सबसे पहले हम स्टार्ट करेंगे कम्युनिकेशन प्रोसेस के साथ. कम्युनिकेशन प्रोसेस इज कंसर्न्ड विद शेयरिंग एंड अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन इन द डायग्राम which explains it in detail. But before doing that, I would like to talk to you about the various technical terms. The first one is sender. Sender कौन होता है? The communication process begins with the person or group who wants to transmit a message or an idea. उसे कहते हैं सेंडर, जो मैसेज भेजने वाला है. मैसेज क्या होता है? मैसेज उस आइडिया का फिजिकल फॉर्म होता है, चाहे वो टीवी पे कोई क्लिपिंग हो, कोई रिटन मैसेज हो, कोई स्पोकन मैसेज हो, उसका जो फिजिकल फॉर्म होता है उसे मैसेज कहा जाता है. एंड द फिजिकल फॉर्म ऑफ द आइडिया और इंफॉर्मेशन टू बी कन्वेड and which is understood by the receiver through his sensory organs, that is hearing, seeing, feeling, smelling and touching. So the message is formulated keeping in mind the educational level, the cultural background of the receiver. So keeping that in mind, the message is encoded. Encoding means putting the message into suitable words, symbols and gestures which or other forms of expression according to the understanding capability of the receiver. Channel or medium is the method or vehicle which is used to transmit the message. For business example, for example, we commonly use the channels of oral and written communication, and sometimes we use the mass media or social media also. Receiver is the target. It is the person or group who perceives the message and attaches the same meaning to the message as encoded by the sender. So at this level, the message, whether it is properly encoded, whether it is properly transmitted, is decided. And how do we know that? We know that by how the receiver decodes the message. मतलब वो उससे क्या मतलब समझता है? Is he getting the complete information that the sender wanted to give him? और ये हमें पता चलती है उसके feedback से. Feedback is the reversal of the communication process in which the receiver expresses his response in the form of affirmation. Affirmation, he says yes or no by asking questions or by asking for further explanations. Now let's have a look at the table. Yes, this is the table, and you can see that it begins over here with the sender. Sender has a message, he encodes it, he uses the channel, whether it is to be in English or Hindi or written, oral, and then it is passed on to the receiver. Receiver उसको decode करता है, understanding समझता है, और फिर वो अपना response, जिसे हम feedback कहते हैं, और जो उसका response होता है वो उसको encode करता है. He decides whether he will just give oral answer with his facial expression, with a nod of his head, that is the channel, and that is how the receiver, जो sender होता है first place में, वो receiver बन जाता है. This is like a cycle, and this is how it works. This is the way communication is processed. So shall I repeat it once more? Sender, message, encoding, channel, receiver, decode, understanding, response, encode, channel, and the sender is now the receiver of the feedback. Students, you will probably get a short note of 6 marks on this. So please, you must prepare the table very well. You should be able to explain these technical terms properly, which I had discussed. The sender, the message, the encode, the channel, the receiver, and the decoding. This will be a 6 marks short note in your theory paper. Alright, now we move on to the next chapter, which is scope of communication. Where all is communication used? See, communication is an ongoing process. From birth to death, human beings are communicating 24/7, whether by speaking, by listening, by writing, by gestures, by body language. Even silence conveys a lot of meaning. So we can say that communication is an ongoing, never ending process. Communication is two-way traffic. Communication is not complete unless receiver understands the message and conveys his feedback, which could be anything from the nod of his head, his facial expression, his eyes. And for communication, perception is very important. The role of perception is that human beings interpret and give meaning to the symbols or signs received through the five senses. That is, see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. Whatever signals go to their brain, the brain perceives it, interprets it. So we can say that perception plays a very dominant role in the communication process. We also know that it is universal. All living beings of the universe, animals, birds, all living beings communicate through their own signs and symbols, which may not be understood by the humans but is very clear to members of their own species. Lastly, I would like to say that communication is a social process. It is a basic need of the human beings. It allows everyone in society to satisfy their basic needs and desires through exchange of spoken, written, or non-verbal communication. Thank you.